So started a small piggery in 2014 in my own village. Everybody thought I'm crazy because studied in science school, Premier College, Delhi, chief manager in bank. Now coming back and starting a piggery. Gahori puhibole manu eblak koribo dorkar neki. Gahori to puhi ase kore. So everybody thought either I got kicked out of the bank, my bank got kiba fraud korilu karone muk bank e uliyai dile, but mur family kiba problem hol karone moi ako ma detor osorle uboti ahile. Because entrepreneurship by startup to amar society, amar সমাজখনত এতিয়াও এটা খুব নতুন হেৰি। বাট মই খুব অকণমান স্বাধীন চেতিয়া ধৰণৰ মানুহ, চ' মই নিজৰ কিবা এটা কৰাৰ খুব ইচ্ছা আছিল কাৰণে মই উভতি আহি সৰুকৈ পিগাৰী এটা ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিছিলোঁ 2014ত। যথেষ্ট মই একো নাজানিছিলোঁ কাৰণ হোষ্টেলত থকা ল'ৰা, মই গাহৰি পোৱালি এটাও টাচ কৰি পোৱা নাছিলোঁ তেতিয়ালৈকে। So যেতিয়া 2014 চনত গাহৰি ফাৰ্ম খুলিলোঁ, প্ৰথমবাৰৰ কাৰণে গাহৰি পোৱালি মানে ধৰি পাইছিলোঁ। Then we kept on focusing and tried to see the gaps in the sector. Now, as an entrepreneur, what we actually try to do, an entrepreneur tries to find a problem in the society and tries to find a solution for that problem. So we looked at the piggery sector and we did some primary studies and some secondary studies, and we figured out that there was a lot of demand for piglets, quality piglets, which was not available in the market. It was being mostly done in a very traditional way, mostly by our tribal women or some backward scheduled caste women. So we started a modern commercial scientific piggery. I was fortunate enough also to get opportunities to visit Europe, where I could see the piggery sector in Europe and study the piggery sector in Europe. I had worked in a farm in Netherlands, and over there piggery sector, it's not a sector, it's an industry actually. Like for example, Spain with a 15 million population, the piggery industry in Spain contributes 8.5 billion euro to the GDP of Spain. Likewise, in Northeast also, how many of you know, but the piggery sector, very unorganized piggery sector of Northeast is almost a $1.5 billion market. It's almost 1,000 crore market. Sorry, 8 to 10,000 crore market. We are not self-sufficient. Like eggs, chicken, fish, and other things that we bring from outside and consume. Even most of the pork that you are eating, especially in Guwahati and Dimapur and Meghalaya and other places, most of them are brought from outside the region. This is a huge market, but unfortunately in India, what has happened is that because of our social structure or the religious taboo, people do not look at pork. It's looked at with a taboo. Gahori palon koratu ba gahori logot involved thokatu khub eta heri sokure nasai. Gahir commercial dairy is fine, poultry is okay. But unfortunately, piggery buli kole, ki kora gahori farmer buli kole, kera keri ke sai manue. Thankfully, mur biya agote hoi gol. Jodi biya pota nasilu, swali tu napalu hoisio. Biya pati kole, 100%. But we have been able to change the perception of how piggery is being done. Today, though I have never touched a piglet when I started my venture in 2014, today I almost know most of the things a veterinarian knows about pigs or more than him. And we also know the business part of it. We are running the largest pig breeding commercial pig breeding farm in the private space in entire Northeast. We have clocked almost 2 CR revenue in last financial year. I've been able to create jobs for 20 people. We have been able to indirectly help thousands of farmers through training by making good quality breeds available, also by making feeds and other things available. So basically we are trying to create the ecosystem which will take this sector from being a sector to an industry. Now, what we need today are people who are job creators. I think if some of you can become entrepreneurs, you will not only create wealth for yourself, but you will also create jobs and other employment opportunities for others, which is really, really satisfying. More than anything else, what satisfies me the most today is that I could go back to my village, create a company which is registered in the village, where people are proud to work. People feel secure and proud to work. And we have been able to create at least 20 employment in my own village. Today I cannot attend social functions in my village because most of the women in the village wants to work in my company. I am not so big that I am able to provide jobs for all of them. I have given jobs to some 5-6 of them, so they think that all of them can come and work in our company. I feel proud about that. And I think some of us who belong to villages, I think they need to do such kind of ventures. Because ultimately, our society cannot develop unless the development happens in the villages. And there are lot of problems in the villages which can be solved. So you as an entrepreneur, if you can find out solutions for some of the problems that exist in the rural hinterland of our state or our country, you can become an entrepreneur, rural entrepreneur or social entrepreneur. We need a lot of them actually. The time for people running after government jobs are gone. There are very few. Romeo was giving some examples, some figures. Since I don't understand the language as much, but I could still make out that he was quoting some figures, how many jobs are generated every day. You do not have too many jobs, too many options for you in the government jobs. And you should not also. When you want to study in a private school. When you want to get treatment, you want to get treated in the, private hospital. But when it comes to job, you want a government job. Why? I feel people who wants to go for the government job are the ones who actually wants a very secure, lazy life. The ones who do not want to work. Because that's what we see in the government offices. People in government offices hardly work. There will be exceptions, but most of it they don't work. So why do you want to become a part of a system which will make you lazy, lethargic, negative, corrupt? Think for something. The world is changing. The world is changing very fast. Today we are in a digital world. We are in a connected world. If you are good at something, you can do it at anywhere. Doesn't matter. The remotest corner of the world you can belong to. But if you are good at what you do, you will be able to sell your product or your services or whatever you are able to offer. Or your music or your whatever you do. You are good at your art, whatever. The world is changing very, very fast. the people with creativity, the people with nature where you are more kind of what do you call that, who love to take care. Those kind of talents are becoming more in demand today. The creative people, the people with the right brain. There used to be a time where people with their left brain used to dominate the world. The people, accountants, the lawyers, the people who would basically read rules and regulations, and they are not very good at applying their brains. They are trained to be like that. But today, the people who are creative, people with empathy, the COVID had changed, the whole world actually. Yesterday, somebody sent me a, advertisement where somebody is offering hospital facility at home, because today hospitals are filled up in Mumbai, Delhi, and other places. So I'm sure that guy is an entrepreneur who's trying to take benefit of the situation and, provide services. He sees a gap because the hospitals are filled up. They are not going to the home. So he's created that kind of a facility where they are sending the, hospital bed, the oxygen cylinder, the, your blood pressure and your pulse measuring instruments, everything home, and with a nurse who will be taking care of the COVID patient. And they says you have to take the service minimum for 10 days, 15,000 rupees every day, so 1,50,000 rupees for that particular bed if you are hiring it. And people are buying it. Japan. Most of the citizens of Japan are aging. And today Japan are looking for people who are trained in hospitality to take care of their aging population. And Japan, in fact, their ambassador were here recently, the team was there. Japan finds a lot of similarity with people from Northeast. There's a huge potential in Japan waiting for people who know the language. There are some centers in Guwahati where they're teaching you Japanese languages. Learn Japanese languages. Those who are adventurous, those who want to go abroad and work. Pick up a different language. Pick up Japanese, pick up Chinese. Do your graduation or master degree, whatever you are doing. But also learn a new language, Japanese language, because they still dominate the trade. They're still looking for people who can come to Japan and do a lot of things for them. Learn Korean, learn Chinese, because this century is going to be theirs. So, I would like you to do 2-3 things. One, do your studies. Definitely your parents have sent you here, one of the premier university, to learn and study, do well in your studies. But with your studies, try to do other things as well. Things which will help your personality to grow. Make good friends, the networking. We are very bad at networking. Please network. Make friendships with as many people. Don't confine yourself to only Bodo students or students from Baksa or students from Dharam or Udalguri or Sunitpur. Make friends. Because those network helps. Even today, my friend circle, the best thing that I got from my college was the network that I have got. Today the Chief Secretary of Assam is from my college. The DGP is from my university. There's so many of them. We have a Delhi Alumni Association here where we meet a lot of people who are who's who of Assam. One of the DIG here is, my junior. One ADGP is my college senior. Why I'm saying this is this helps. This network helps. Form your strong network. Second. Third, try to explore the world. Travel whenever possible, travel. Of course, COVID is not best time to travel, but once situation become normal, please travel. Go wherever you can. Try. You don't need a lot of money to travel. You can do a lot of budget traveling. As a young single person, you can do a lot of budget traveling as well. So travel, because when you travel, when you see other culture, other people, other places, you get to learn a lot of things. You do not know what you learn. You cannot exactly pinpoint what you have learned. But every travel, every journey will teach you something new. And read. Unfortunately, the mobile and things have made so many possibilities to us that we spend a lot of time in social media and other things. But still, even you can read digitally also now. You can download good books in your mobile itself. Most of you would be having smartphones. You can read in your phone. Only thing, if you read too much in your phone, what will happen is you will spoil your eyesight. Otherwise, it is said that books give you the chance to live multiple lives. Otherwise, we live just a single life. But when you read books, when you read novels, when you read anything good literature available, somebody may be interested in fiction, somebody may be interested in, non-fiction, anything, whatever you love, read it. Make reading a habit. That will help. So, I won't like to take too much of your time. I think it's already going to be 2. Everybody must be hungry, and I'm sure there's some more speakers. I'm really thankful to the Bodo Literary Society, Cotton University, for inviting me to share my thoughts with the young students of Cotton University, Bodo students of Cotton University. I'm really thankful to Mijing and his team. It's very well organized. I know this is a working day, so people have been coming and going out because I'm sure they must be having classes and other things. Otherwise, I'm sure this hall would have been, I think, smaller for if the whole year would have come. But I enjoyed being here, and I hope a few of the things that I said would make some sense to some of you, if not to everyone. With this, I would wish all the newcomers congratulations as well as best wishes for their future. Those who have newly joined in the university, and I'm sure they will find this university an amazing place to learn new things and start a new life. And those who are already continuing, I wish them best wishes for their future. With this, I wish each one of you happy Vaishago, who is coming. With this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you so much.